Alright, what's up guys? We're back here with another movie review, and today we're looking at Children of the Corn 6, Isaac's Return. Now, this is the 6th Children of the Corn movie. And the reason it's called 666 is because whatever, it's got like some kind of fucking demon. I'm gonna say right off the bat, between the other 5, Fields of Terror, The Gathering, Urban Harvest, Final Sacrifice, and the first one, this is the worst one to date. It is incredibly boring and uninteresting, and it's very, very drawn out. And this just didn't need to exist. So it completely exits the thing that happened. So it completely cancels what happened in the end of the first movie where Isaac was killed by He Who Walks Behind the Rose. That never happened. Isaac actually went into a coma after that for 19 years. And he's been in a coma for like 19 years or something. And he's been passed out for that long. So Isaac is old man now. He's an old man. And apparently one of the kids of the original Children of the Corn had a child, and she comes back to Gatlin. This takes place in Gatlin. She comes back to Gatlin because all the kids in Gatlin now are children of the children, is what they call them. So she comes back to Gatlin to find out who her mother was, but her mother was presumed dead. So this is where this movie loses me. It was completely unnecessary to bring Isaac back. It just didn't. I mean, I get they tried to differ from the point where every one of these movies has an Isaac wannabe come to life, but it's really not anything different. I liked Fields of Terror because it wasn't all over the place. It had some good cameos in it, like Bill from Kill Bill and Kane Hodder as the bartender and that crazy Vietnam fucker from Dusk Till Dawn. It had a lot of great, and it had some really great kills in it. But this one was just, it's like they lost it. And there's still, to my shock, there's still 3 more. There's 1 and 2. There's Children of the Corn Revelation from 2001. 2 years after this came out. So literally 2 years after this came out, they were like, oh, I'll make another one. And then it took them a while. In 2011, they made Children of the Corn Genesis, which was 10 years after Revelation. And then in 2018, last year, there was a movie called Children of the Corn Runaway. So, yeah. I am not excited. Oh, so really, this movie is like, there's not even anything that makes me hate it. It's just bad. It's bad. There's nothing to it. It's just it's boring. It's completely unnecessary is the main point of it. Just this movie existing is the most unnecessary thing I've seen in a movie in a while. Honestly, I'd say that to a T. I've gone to see a lot of movies in the theater this year, but between all the movies that I've seen this year, this is one of the most unneeded movies ever to happen since Mortal Kombat 2, since I saw that. Honestly, I'll say it right now. The first Mortal Kombat was actually I don't like it for the story, but it's just a fun movie to watch. It's cheesy and campy, and it's just fun to watch. I mean, it's stupid, and it's just fun to watch. I legitimately enjoy the first Mortal Kombat film. It's just a stupid, fun to watch movie. But when you got movies like Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, Double Dragon, Mortal Kombat 2, all of the Street Fighter movies, including the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm sorry, I don't like that one either. since I don't really have much to say about this movie, I'm gonna go ahead and go off here a little bit, and then I'll get back to the movie. I do happen to like another movie that I consider just a fun watch, not to look at it for the story, but just you just enjoy it. I'd consider Mortal Kombat to be that. But the one that towers above them all that I definitely consider to be just something fun to watch would be Doom. I honestly think Doom, after I saw Doom Annihilation, which was one of the worst movies I've ever seen, honestly, Doom, the original 2005 Doom, looking at it from not a story standpoint, it's a fun movie to watch. It's got a bunch of wacky, fucking weird characters like the pervert guy, the blonde pervert guy, and then you got a couple black characters, and then you got The Rock's over the top, simplify motherfucker. You just got over the top performances from The Rock, and then Carl Urban's badass hero thing. It's just a fun movie to watch. I fucking love Doom. Doom is an awesome movie. I love it. It's just stupid. It's fun to watch. Honestly, Doom is the perfect example of a movie that you just enjoy it because it's fun to watch. I legitimately consider Doom to be a guilty pleasure of mine. But when you got movies like the Street Fighter movies and the Final Fantasy movies, yes, I'm putting them on there because they suck. And you know what else I'm going to put on there? Actually, I'll leave it off there. There was one movie that everybody liked that was based off a video game that I was just like, meh. It was alright. It was Rampage. It was alright. I know they made a huge story out of just a small game, which was very impressive. But I will tell you one that pissed me off, though, and I went to... pray for me here, guys. I actually went to the theater to see this. Assassin's Creed. I saw it in the theater. I literally went to the theater and saw that. I paid to see Assassin's Creed. Oh, and then you had all the Blood Rain movies. Those were, honestly, the Blood Rain movies, I do occasionally go back and rewatch those because they're the perfect example of movies that are so bad it's funny. There are legitimately some scenes in the Blood Rain movies that are just so bad I was laughing throughout that entire series. Like there's this one. It reminded me of that scene in Vampire's Kiss where Nicolas Cage is looking at himself in the mirror with the fangs on, and he touches the mirror and he's like, he doesn't even do the hissing. He's like with his teeth. Well, one of the vampires in this movie like strokes this bed blanket or whatever, this like blanket that's on the bed, and then he goes. That made me. I had to pause the movie after that. Oh my god. Oh. Don't even get me started on the end of the second one. In the second one, this like old West sheriff says to somebody like, I can't remember exactly how it goes, so I'm probably gonna butcher this, but he says something like, "Life's like a penis. When it's hard, it sucks. But when it's soft, you can't beat it." Something like that. I'm just like, wow. Those movies, honestly, I know people don't like them, but those are examples of movies that just make me laugh. They're so bad, they're good. They're funny. They're stupid. They're just stupid, funny movies to watch. Not to mention that one chick that always seems to play a cop in a movie is in the first one. Along with Bill's brother from Kill Bill. Honestly, Blood Rain is a terrible movie, but it makes me laugh. The third one was just downright terrible, though. So, yeah, Children of the Corn 666. So basically all the story is she's going around this town trying to figure out who the fuck her mother is. She goes to the fucking hospital's records or whatever. And she finds out that apparently this woman in town had like a child, but it died. But apparently the child was actually her, but the mother sent her to the city, which is actually Chicago, I think, again. And, yeah, the mother's like fucking stalking her and stuff. So she ends up running into the mother, and Isaac's trying to turn her into this like Antichrist prophet. And Isaac, they re-kill Isaac in this, which makes no sense because you already killed him once. And then the one character that I was rooting for was this doctor guy. He was like this character that was trying to save this girl from being murdered by Isaac and turned into an Antichrist. But Isaac turns on a bunch of water and it floods the floor and he electrocutes the doctor to death. It's stupid as hell, but... And there's a lot of... Oh, the main problem I have with this movie is the dream sequences. This movie has a mountain of dream sequences. It is horrible. Literally, there's like dream sequences of ghost preachers being hanged from trees and cut up, and there's animal corpses with maggots in them. Oh, the dream sequences are bad with this one. And there's stupid sequences. Like, there's this one, it's a jump scare where this dead preacher's body falls out of the fucking tree, and it's stupid. Oh, yeah, there's also this one really stupid side plot with this, apparently at the hospital, the doctor has this, like, and apparently there's only one sheriff in this town, but the doctor has, like, this mentally ill patient. And I guess the mentally ill patient knows about Isaac, and he's like Isaac's follower, but he keeps trying to suffocate Isaac in his sleep. It's really weird. Anyway, I'm going to cut this one short because there's not really much to talk about this one. This is a very hollow movie, if I can say so myself. So I'm just going to give it an F. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. This movie is terrible, and it's just hollow. It's just fucking hollow. There's nothing about it. It's literally a hollow movie. There's no meat to it. It's definitely the worst one so far, even worse than Chapter 4. So remember, leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll be back here with more.